Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to show you the upgrade I've made to my cooking setup, where I've went from this to this. So since the start of the channel, this thing has been my bread and butter. It's still going strong. The only thing that's letting it down, especially as now we're coming into winter, is these camping gas bottles, because this is a full can and the flame on it would just be almost zero. Maybe it's my fault because I need to warm it up, but again, you shouldn't really need to keep your gas warm to keep it working, you know. And the problem with this one is, most of these will know if you use it, you'll know that with the heat you get either a bit of heat or you're just eating your dinner burnt. It's hard to gauge the flame, and especially when you use this gas, because it doesn't work as well in the cold, you're not getting as much of a flame, so you're not getting as much of the heat either. So it's so hard to judge cooking with this because you end up turning it up and stuff. It's just a nightmare. So what did I get? This is the replacement. Look at the size of it. So straight away, when you see the size difference of these, this is a foldable one and it folds out. So let's get it open and have a look. This is your dual burner hob where you've got the dials and stuff to work on the settings, and these are your dual burners. I know what you're going to say, but that just looks flimsy as hell. But look at this, right? You watching? Oh, how cool is that? And then you just fold them in. Oh, fold them in, and that one out, and there's your double burner. How cool is that? And then to fold it up, you just pop them back in. Not sure. What we're doing wrong. This is down to me. There we go. And then you're back to that. But aye, let's set it up and have a wee look. It does look a bit flimsy, but I'll tell you now, it's rock solid. Like, they're not even moving now. When you lock these bits out, it's not even moving anymore. I don't know if it's any bigger than this. Let's see on camera. It's still got a lower profile. The biggest reason why I got this is the adapter. So I got this and then I picked these up. I actually get 2 in a packet. One of these wee adapters. And what's good about these is these work with these cans. So basically this cooking setup will work with this and with this. The combing gas goes down to minus 27 degrees. These are ideal for cooking with in the winter. When I was camping at Loch Venator here, I was trying to use this and it just wasn't working, so I had to resort to my camping stove and I had to bang one of these on. That just wasn't getting the job done. And so set up, there it's there. This is for your gas, and then that's where your pots go, or your pans. Like, I really like that. The only thing I would say I don't like is maybe the loose cable, but it's neither here or there, innit? You've got to sacrifice somewhere. The only thing it doesn't have that the other one does is there's no igniters for it, but it's not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? I always carry a lighter in case the igniter on that one goes. But as you can see, for the combing gas, it just basically twists on quite the thing. And you're ready to go. There you have it. So it's a bit backwards as well because the left does the right and the right does the left. But as you can see, it's quite a decent output of flame. Do you know what? I'll turn the lights out and you see it better. And you can take it all the way down to a simmer, which is pretty cool. But I'll show you the other gas as well. And with the wee adapter I've got, you basically just push it on and then you just line it up and then close it. So, like that. You need to press it down really firmly as well. And then we'll do the other burner. Like that. That shows in the camping gas now. It's actually 2 degrees in here, so I'm welcoming the heat. Let's see what it looks like with pans on it. And obviously it goes without saying, if you're going to use gas in your van, make sure you crack a window open. So first up, we'll put the ridge monkey on. And we don't really need to set it up because we can just get an eye view of it. And then we'll get the other ridge monkey. Say we want to make chips or something. There you go. And the thing is one of them's actually higher and one of them's lower, which I think helps. So you can see. How cool is that? Plenty of space for both of them to get an equal heat, and obviously individual regulators as well. See what a cuppa. There you are. How cool is it? Now don't get me wrong, like you can actually buy the newer versions of these where at the side it's got that wee hole, and in the side here it's basically got an adapter slot for using dual fuel, but you've still only got the one hob. But again, if that's all you need, then that's all you need. But if you're going to be spending a lot of time in your van, and again, space is always a priority in a micro camper, then having a foldable one, dual burner, dual fuel, just makes so much more sense. I can't get over the size of it. It just looks so smart. And it's sturdy as well. So it's like you're making your cheese and toast or your breakfast in the morning, and then you've got the kettle going at the same time. And it just shows that it works even with the big XL Ridge Monkey. It's sturdy as well, like that. An amazing piece of kit. And then when you're finished, you just fold these metal bits in, like that. And then it just folds nice and flat, like that. And the good thing about it is the cover's actually got a mold shape, so it just fits into the shape of it. And then just fold this over like that. And then, where is it? And you're done. Look at the size of that. So when you look at before, the footprint that the original cooker was taking was this. Now, it's basically this. So you've got tons more space there now. That's class, and it's sturdy as well. That's not going to go anywhere. What's the negatives of the thing? I'd probably say the cable. I mean, it is heavy duty and it is hard wearing, and I think it's something I'll just get used to because you're so used to the all-in-one kind of thing that anything loose, you know, it's changing it. But for the small size and the fact we're getting two burners, we can regulate the heat, we can use dual fuel. You know, the cable can be overlooked. But to be honest, that's it. Like, that's my only negative. I've not cooked on it yet, so that's still to come, but I'm excited to use it. But compared to the size of this and this, for a micro camper, this is ideal. This is good, but look at the space it takes up. £35–40 for this and £7 for them, so can't grumble with that, especially the size. And you could also take if you were backpacking as well, because it is pretty light. It's definitely a good option for a micro camper. So if you do want to check it out for yourself, guys, I'll leave a link to it in the description. So guys, I think we're going to call that for the episode. Short and sweet, quick and simple. The review on my new cooker setup, the BRS dual fuel hob. But if you did go and enjoy the video, guys, drop it a wee like and let me know in the comments if you're thinking about picking one up, or let me know what cooking setup you're using. And if you haven't already, be sure to get subscribed and hit that bell notification so you're always notified when I release a new video. I've got another big video coming with a massive upgrade to the van regarding my electrics, so you don't want to miss it. So until the next one, guys, peace.